The Scores coverage of FIFA World Cup tonight is presented to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of the 2010 FIFA World Cup.
You want to swap?
Sure.
Budweiser, official beer sponsor of the 2010 FIFA World Cup.
I like your messy hair, I like the clothes you wear, I like the way you sing, and when you dance with me, you always make me.
We believe you're at your best when you can truly be yourself. And at Holiday Inn, you always can. Holiday Inn. Stay you. And now stay and save up to 15% off Air Canada flights, plus get bonus airplane miles.
Here's to more ways of bringing life to your garden, to finding more confidence and know-how to create the garden you desire. Optimum plants from the Home Depot make all the difference, even if your thumbs are every color but green. The Home Depot can help anyone plant a garden in the afternoon and enjoy it in the evening. Because Optimum plants are bigger, more mature, and hardier, so you can get more garden in less time. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot.
Lame. Oh. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Racing's not about winning, it's about making friends.
Shut it, Pinky.
Blur, race like a big boy. Rated everyone 10 and up. Gaming system sold separately.
We call it super slow motion video. You call it fixing my swing. Canon PowerShot. It's time to imagine what you can do with super slow motion.
The signs of summer are everywhere. So free yourself with Expedia.ca's Summer Somewhere Else sale and save up to 40% on hotels in Europe, the US, and Canada when you book your summer fun at Expedia.ca. Your trip, your way.
The Scores coverage of FIFA World Cup Tonight highlights is brought to you by Budweiser, official beer sponsor of the 2010 FIFA World Cup.
Welcome back to FIFA World Cup tonight. James Sharman alongside Sid Seixeiro. Christian Jack is over there right now, burning his little mini England players in effigy, as well as preparing for today's formation gig. Why is he burning Rooney and Lampard, you ask? Well, allow me to remind you, England up against Algeria today in Group C. The big news entry in play, David James in for Robert Green. Meanwhile, Reis Bolly starting over Fazi Shaushi. Both starters had awful opening games, hence the change. All right, moving on now. England testing Bolly early. Long ball in. Bolly grabs it. Looks a bit shaky, but he grabs it. That's the important thing. Back the other way. James tested early as well from the corner, but the old man makes a nice grab to keep it at zeros. 33rd minute. Aaron Lennon picks out Frank Lampard, eventually turning Bolly with a big save. It's a lovely save, and that was actually probably the best highlight of the entire match. A dreadful game this. Then Algeria on the counter. Karim Ziani has a whirl. It sails just wide. 0-0 at halftime. England not feeling good about themselves. Second half action. England continue to disappoint. Emil Heskey goes one-on-one, and there's only ever one winner. When Heskey goes one-on-one, it's generally the defender. Lampard and Steven Gerrard starting in the middle, and, well, the chemistry still isn't there. How many times have we seen that? That was just terrible from Stevie G and Lampard, of course. No skill from England. It's Rooney, the best player in the team apparently, and that's his best effort on goal. Next up, I mentioned Lampard. Yeah. Lampard in the blue shirt of Chelsea would probably score from there, but not for England. Then it's the sub, Jermaine Defoe. Fresh legs don't mean anything. Another bad shot. Man, he was not happy about it, nor was that guy on the bench, David Beckham, Rooney, Lampard, Capello, they're all just beside each other. 0-0, abject performance.
A much better game today at Ellis Park in Johannesburg. Maybe the best game of the group stage so far. Slovenia-USA, Walter Bursa, 13th minute, brilliant. What a hoof. Tim Howard is nailed to the turf. Celebration needs work, but we'll revisit that later. 1-0 Slovenia. Landon Donovan, a great chance, but the right back, Miso Brečko. Johnny on the spot clears it away. 42nd minute, this game looks done. Zlatan Ljubijankic takes the feed from Novakovic. 2-0 Slovenia at the break. And there's that celebration again. America's spirits look broken until things began to change in half number 2. Mistake from the defender, Landon Donovan goes in on Samir Handanovic, who didn't use his hand. Handanovic. Didn't work out like I thought it would.
That's nice try.
USA within a goal. Oguchi Onyewu, far post, America's central defender, just missed it. But the States didn't quit. 82nd minute, Michael Bradley, chip off the old block. Son of the coach, scores. They were down 2-0, it's 2-2. But the States are getting greedy. Minute 85, Mo Adu in the box. The United States have come back from 2. Actually, they said there was a foul in the box and we still can't see it.
Boo.
Coleman Koulibaly, that man, waved it off. By the way, Koulibaly in Mali translates into moron. And FIFA are going to look at him tomorrow and maybe might kick him out of the tournament for that. Let's hope we don't see that official again. I can't get enough of this group. Group C, heading into the final match day next Wednesday. It's going to be scrum Trelleson. 4 points Slovenia, USA 2, England 2, Algeria still have a shout. Get your popcorn ready, this is going to be fun.
No, it's not. I hate that group. Much better group is Group D. Germany up against Serbia. There is Alberto Undiano, the referee, and he was a busy man. 12 minutes, Miro Klose gets a yellow card despite the Ivanovic dive. Then it's Ivanovic getting booked. Next up, it's going to be Alexander Kolarov. Then Sami Khedira, the fourth to get booked. Then Philip Lahm. Then Klose. Oh, that's a second yellow card. That's a red card. Klose sent off. 6 yellows in the first half. Give me a break. Terrible refereeing. 38th is Serbia attacking. Milos Krasic crosses headed down by Nikola Zigic and put home by Milan Jovanovic. The new Liverpool signing scores 1-0 Serbia late in the half. Germany putting the pressure on. Sami Khedira off the ball. Rebounds Thomas Müller. And the attempt is cleared by Kolarov. It was 1-0 Serbia at halftime, looking for their first win, of course. 57th, Lucas Podolski on the offensive. His first attempt goes just wide. Then his next attempt soon after goes just wide again. He did not bring his scoring boots in. 59th now, more yellows to come. Nemanja Vidic does it again. It happened in the first game to Serbia. A blatant handball, a penalty. Is Podolski German? Oh no, he doesn't. Vladimir Stojkovic, Sid's favorite goalkeeper, makes a big save. The Germans missed a penalty. The first missed penalty since 1974 in competition. Moving on, Serbia look to put it away. Jovanovic looking for the brace, slams it off the upright. What a drive though. 84th, back the other way. Podolski has eyes on goal. Tons of chances for him, but again, he's off target. Oh my, wow. 1-0 Serbia, the final. Jogi Löw not feeling the love at all. Incredible stuff, incredible stuff. So, Group D looks like this. Germany tied with Serbia and Ghana on 3 points, but of course, Ghana can move into first place on Saturday with a win against the beleaguered Australia. But as we've seen today, take nothing for granted. Sid, we can rip on England and Germany, but listen, Slovenia, Algeria played good football today and should be given some kind of respect, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. You know, it's been an interesting tournament in that some of the lesser known, some of the smaller countries have stepped up and played well. But we've still had the favorites look the part. You know, Brazil's looked very good in the second half, and Argentina's looked amazing. And even Holland, once they got going against Denmark, they looked good as well. So we've had a nice little mix, I think, in this tournament.
But disappointment-wise, France,
oh, yeah.
England, who's been the worst so far?
France.
You think so?
Well,
Tougher
England
games.
still have a shot.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
France Les Bleus are feeling bleu.
Tougher games though, but still a crazy day 8. But day 9 goes on Saturday with the Netherlands up against Japan in Group E, both coming off opening match wins. But of course, we expected that from L'Orange, who are still considered one of the favourites to win the whole thing. Now, wing wizard Arjen Robben did take part in his first full training session on Friday, but still will likely start on the bench, and he may be grateful because teammate Dirk Kuyt risked the ire of Japan this week when he said, after being asked whether anyone eats sushi on the team, lots of players eat sushi in our team, and we hope we will have them for dinner.
And he's off the post, and surely now from Dirk Kuyt. That's game, set, and match for the Netherlands. Off to a winning start, just as they have done every time since 1938.
The Netherlands and Japan sit together atop Group E heading into their match in Durban. There's nothing wrong with a 2-0 victory, as was a scoreline in a Dutch win over Denmark, but it was not an impressive win for L'Orange. The Netherlands were gifted an own goal and added a second late in the match to claim the 3 points. Coach Bert van Marwijk said, quote, "We wanted to play beautiful football, but we lost the ball. But from time to time you could see how good we can be," end quote. With Robin van Persie nearing 100% following his return from a long layoff, perhaps the Dutch will show just how good they can be.
And Japan have an outstanding chance now of going through from Group B.
Japan caused a mild upset by beating Cameroon 1-0 in their opener, thanks to midfielder turned striker Keisuke Honda's first half marker.
Here's Honda! And out of nothing, Japan are in front. Crossbar denies Cameroon. And the Japanese goalkeeper Kawashima makes an outrageous save.
It was a first World Cup win for the Blue Samurai off of home soil, and coach Takeshi Okada is expected to keep the same lineup heading into their second match. These two sides met in a friendly last September, where Japan frustrated the Dutch for most of the match before crumbling late and allowing 3 goals in the final 20 minutes. Midfielder Yuki Abe has highlighted the need to repeat that frustration over the flowing game of the Dutch, minus of course the late meltdown. What we won't be seeing for sure is that group of pretty girls dressed in orange in the crowd who have been arrested for promoting a beer not sanctioned by FIFA. And that's a real shame.
Yes, it is. The late game tomorrow takes place in Pretoria, Cameroon v Denmark. Both clubs drop their Group E openers, which makes this matchup a game that both sides literally can't afford to lose.
And the camera is focused on Simon Poulsen here, because this is an own goal without question. Ghastly moment for the young defender, Poulsen, OG.
Though they dropped their opener thanks to some bad luck, Denmark appeared to have put their 2-0 loss to the Netherlands behind them. Simon Poulsen admits he's still haunted by his error leading to Daniel Agger's own goal, but coach Martin Olsen has forgiven him. What the Danes were really disappointed in was their subpar effort following the own goal. Keeper Thomas Sorensen said, quote, "The Dutch deserved to beat us because in the second half, we just didn't get it going," end quote. Fitness is the big issue for Denmark. Jon Dahl Tomasson missed out entirely on the first match, while stars Nicholas Bentner and Simon Kjær were limited. That could be troubling as Cameroon present a more physical opponent in a must-win match for both sides.
Cameroon have lost an opening game at the FIFA World Cup for the first time. Cameroon have to pick up the pieces here.
The Indomitable Lions enter the second match with some dissension in the ranks. When speaking of their 1-0 loss to Japan, coach Paul Le Guen first blamed his team's shaky nerves before also blaming himself for using star striker Samuel Eto'o on the right wing instead of his customary spot up front. Turmoil looks to be the biggest obstacle as the team's senior members have been critical with the coach's squad selection in the first match.
2 Cameroon defenders went for the same ball. Honda found the ball at his feet and steers the ball into the goal. And a brilliant save to deny Weber right at the death.
Younger, inexperienced players were used in the Japan game at the expense of seasoned campaigners such as the cousins Song, Alex and Rigobert, who sat on the bench for the entire match. The ship must be righted quickly for Cameroon, as a second loss will almost certainly doom them to yet another early exit at the World Cup. Should be interesting. Cameroon, Denmark, 2:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Holland, Japan, bright and early, 7:30 a.m. Both games available on CBC.
Now, yesterday on Formation Geek, KJ explained to us how Algeria will hold England to a 0-0 draw, and he was bang on once again. Today it is Holland against Japan. KJ, this is Formation Geek.
Yes, thanks, James. Obviously, people out there know I love my tactics, and Holland, the Netherlands, no matter how you call it, one of the most fascinating teams to look at. We've looked at this team already in this segment earlier in the week, where we looked at the defensive holding midfielders and their role of De Jong and Van Bommel. I want you to take a look at this shape right now as they try to break down a very tough 4-5-1 Japanese side. Take a look at what's going on here. Basically, you've got the wing-backs here and the two centre-halves. You've got the two central midfielders that I mentioned. Then you've got what I describe as being the fabulous four. Actually, there are only three tomorrow because we've got Rafael van der Vaart here. I'm going to highlight one of the issues about having Rafael van der Vaart here and not getting the best out of what I believe is their true world-class player. Right now, we've got the ball here with one of those midfielders. Van der Vaart, a central midfield role for his club, often cuts in. So Van der Vaart will cut in and take these men in. The Dutch like width to spread it out to their fullbacks. This isn't helping. This is why they had a problem breaking down the Danes, who were very organised. Suddenly, by bringing this in, look how far out that Dirk Kuyt is compared to Van der Vaart. Van der Vaart makes the runs. This hole here, and when you watch the Dutch, watch the spaces that are created and don't always watch the ball. It narrows. If this is Arjen Robben, he's over here, overlapped by Van Bronckhorst, bringing these guys out here. Suddenly, look at the space that's opened up for their world-class wizard, Wesley Sneijder, to move in and help Van Persie. Sneijder was basically taken out of the game by his own teammate in the opening game. The moment Ilya came on, a true natural winger, Sneijder moves in and can create openings all the time for Ilya to run in behind. That's how Kuyt came in to score the second goal against the Danes off the post. And that's why you need this amount of space for the best player on the team, Wesley Sneijder, to create the room that goes on. Holland will play total football tomorrow for parts, but not total football for the 90 minutes until Robben gets back in the game to allow Sneijder to create the space behind the defenders.
Van der Vaart drives me insane.
Good player, but he creates problems for his teammates.
And he never stays positionally. I mean, Sneijder and Van Persie never know where he's going to be.
Sneijder loves to drop left. He doesn't go right very often, and he's always in his way. Two playmakers too close together doesn't work on the field. Just asking England.
Shouldn't Ilya be there? He was superb when he came on last game.
Like I said, it adds width. It helps the fullbacks get forward.
Isn't Dirk Kuyt blonde?
Yeah, no, but he's that size. That's the scale.
He's pretty small, isn't he?
If you want more World Cup talk, download the Vodcast daily at thescore.com/World Cup. Boy, did these guys go off in England today. It was juicy. We're going to take a break. Rapid fire next. You're watching FIFA World Cup tonight. Quick shot.
Belgium.
Quick shot. Hey. All right. 2 out of 3.
The Score's coverage of FIFA World Cup tonight is presented to you by Kia, the power to surprise.
It's about performance, passion, and soul. Kia, official FIFA partner.
The Hitman.
Till death do us part.
The Diplomat.
That's not how we do things. Well, that's how I do things. You got a problem with that?
Now, they've come together for one hell of a mission. John Travolta, Jonathan Rhys-Meyers.
Work for you?
Yes. From Paris with Love. Own it now.
What is iPad? iPad is thin. iPad is beautiful. iPad goes anywhere and lasts all day. There's no right way or wrong way. It's crazy powerful. It's magical. You already know how to use it. It's 200,000 apps and counting. All the world's websites in your hands. It's more video, photos, and music than you could enjoy in a lifetime. It's already a revolution, and it's only just begun.
Remember, you are Canada's newest instant lottery with 14 prizes of $1 million. Think big. That's the $100 million moment right there.
The $100 million fortune ticket, Canada's richest instant lottery ever. Available now.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
He's on a mission.
Oh, this isn't going to be a rough flight.
It might be.
She's on the wrong plane.
Occupado!
On June 23rd.
Some people are going to come looking for you now.
Nothing brings two strangers together.
On 3. Ready?
Like running for their lives. Night and day.
You sure about this?
No.
Special sneak preview this Saturday night. Starts everywhere Wednesday.
Feeling back pain? Dr. Scholl's back pain relief orthotics with shock guard technology give you immediate relief that lasts all day long. Dr. Scholl's, pain relief is a step away.
Follow me right back here to my heart. Follow me.
Turn down the spice aisle, turn up the flavor with the unique spice blends in Clubhouse Le Grill rubs, marinades, and seasonings like Montreal Steak Spice.
Follow me.
Le Grill for Le Serious Griller from Clubhouse.
Oh yeah.
Here we are, day 6. Games are in the books. Being Honduras' first game in the World Cup in 28 years, and to lose to Chile, who was their first win in 48 years. How did you feel watching that take place?
It was rough. No.
You were up and down in your chair so
Dan, it
many
was
times.
like I was riding a rodeo buck there. I was just all the time. It was insane.
It was a lucky goal, yeah, but it happened. Spain played, we defended, we made 1 goal. That's football.
You seem pretty excited at the end.
Absolutely.
I say we salute to each other, to competition, and to friendship.
I had no idea that Canada was at the World Cup, but now I'm really happy. After England's result today, we can now support Canada. But seriously, I want to be in that house.
Yes.
Not today, perhaps, because it could be a tear-up, but I want to be in that house.
But you'll get knocked out next week because you'll be representing England.
Yeah, that's true. I wouldn't leave, though.
Right.
Free beer would not leave the Bud House.
I think they'd kick you out. They'd sort you out.
There's a lot of anger in the air today, as you can probably tell, and I'm sure it's the same way on cyberspace. Brendan Dunlop's been hosting the Hardcore Footy Show South Africa 2010 on Hardcore Sports Radio Sirius 98, and also perusing the blogs and forums. B, tell us about all the vitriol.
Oh, there's a lot of it, pal. Trust me, there's a lot. Chris writes, wow, that ref from the USA match wasn't even cheering for the Stars and Stripes, and I still swore at the television screen. How can you take that dramatic winner away from those players? Just awful. Tons of talk, of course, about England's performance, too. Daniel says Frank Lampard has been playing significantly worse than Steven Gerrard. He should be dropped, along with Wayne Rooney, he even suggests. England really are trying to outdo France. It is embarrassing to watch both these teams play. Bishopville Red says this team looks technically and tactically naive, talking about England, of course. He says the other day KJ deflected the blame from Domenech to the French player, says we got to do the same thing now with England. And Iron Rev says, holy crap, the only thing England were able to do today was find the cure for insomnia.
Yeah, you know, it was the worst game of the World Cup so far.
You know what,
With all
though?
due respect to Uruguay, France.
I was still riveted. Just at how bad it was.
You should have seen our war room with KJ.
No,
myself,
actually, I'm glad I
producer
didn't
Thomas
see it.
Dobby, a few of us
I'm
in
glad
there.
I didn't see it.
You know,
That's
we
not
can
somewhere I
be
wanted to be.
fans every now and again. We can remove our broadcasters' hats.
Wasn't a
and be
place
biased,
for
but-
sensitive ears, was it?
But like I said, a good result on Wednesday, and all is forgotten. And in the past, 1990, England drew their first 2 games.
What's this dropping Wayne Rooney nonsense?
Well, I don't know.
I mean, Wayne
Bring it
Rooney
on.
was
Jermaine Defoe.
Wayne Rooney was, in his behaviour, it was reprehensible after the game with the camera, but dropping him, come on.
I know. Still, there's a lot of anger out there, a lot
Yeah,
of confusion,
I
and
can
it's
understand
annoying. Time now for a rapid fire. About 2 minutes on the clock. Sid, Timmy Howard.
Timmy Howard, gotta love him. American keeper Timmy Howard, currently fighting through a rib injury. How bad? We're not sure. But I have a sneaking suspicion if this weren't a World Cup, Howard would not be playing. But there he was today, flying around the box, making plays, being himself. I know 2 goals went in, but he did everything he could. He is taking one for the team. And boys, I will take a guy like that on my squad any day of the week.
Yeah, but at the same time, I want a guy that will admit when he's hurt. There's 2 good guys on the bench, Hanneman and Guzan. And I saw him today, and he wasn't terrible, but I thought a couple of times in both goals, he could have maybe done better.
But he's gutting through. You got to give him credit. He is gutting through it. And listen, if Bradley really thought he was that hurt, do you not think he would have made the move?
Yeah.
You know,
but
he loves Howard.
The defence looks nervous already, as it is.
Yeah.
Put another goalie and they'll be even more nervous.
Well, it's a good segue, KJ.
Yeah, great
Good
segue.
day for the Bradleys.
Talk about another player you want on your team. You know, Michael Bradley has always been Bob Bradley's son. You know, ever since the famous Project 40 Academy when he went there in Bradenton, he He got drafted by Bob Bradley in New York. He's always been, Bob Bradley's son. Michael Bradley has got incredible heart, incredible courage. He is a true leader for his dad on that field. And everybody who's basically looks at him throughout his career and said, he shouldn't be in there. He's Bob Bradley's son. Shame on you. He was absolutely immense again today. Scored a massive goal here in Toronto in 2007 against Uruguay. Clutch goals throughout his career, and I wasn't surprised he was the one who banged it in today.
Well, mine is, I have some sad news. I have a recurring illness. It's called Englanditis. It comes every 2 years for a World Cup or a European Championship. It begins in the pits of my belly, a burning sensation. The intestines start twisting. I get this horrible, nauseous feeling rising up. I felt it once again. It's such a familiar feeling. I thought it had gone. I thought I could move on and enjoy perhaps a nice World Cup for once. Today reminded me England will always
honestly
be England, and I'll always be miserable watching England play.
I feel your pain, but watching you is, it's awful. Watching you suffer through this.
I'm a Leaf fan.
It's
I'm a Leaf
unbelievable.
fan. I'm a Liverpool fan.
I understand
I'm an
that.
England fan.
You don't have to admit all of that now.
But like,
it's live right now.
I
You don't have to
understand.
say that.
Embarrassing, actually.
I mean,
yeah.
it's so hard.
Where did
to
you say
watch.
the burning feeling was again?
What was it? Or where was it?
Where was the burning
in the
feeling?
pits of my
Good.
inner stomach.
We're a family show. All right.
It's almost 11 o'clock.
Our time is done. Enjoy the games tomorrow. Don't forget, join us 10 p.m. Eastern for a full recap on FIFA World Cup tonight. On behalf of everyone here, thanks for watching. We leave you this evening with some of the lasting images of a wild Day 8 down in South Africa.
The Scores coverage of FIFA World Cup tonight is Budweiser, official beer sponsor of the 2010 FIFA World Cup.